So today we come to Revelation chapter 14. It's another beautiful spring day, and I've been thinking, if the same John wrote Revelation as wrote the letters 1, 2 and 3 John, then you probably expect his style to be quite similar. And in those letters, what you find is that John has a main theme and he kind of circulates round it and he builds in the key things. Surprise, surprise, when we're looking at Revelation, unlike those who say it's a kind of a linear story working out what's going to be happening, I'm coming to the conclusion that what John's trying to say kind of boils down to some very simple things, but he kind of circulates round and round those things to get his point across. So what is John saying? Well, in summary, this is kind of my take on it, that John is talking to those who are in the churches who are suffering dreadfully for their faith and feeling that they're under pressure from the Roman Empire. He's basically saying to them, despite how things look on earth, despite the fact you feel small and feeble and afraid, there's a bigger story. There's a heavenly perspective on this whole event. And when you can see things from that perspective, your small stories take on a magnitude that you have no idea. And as I read Revelation, I think what John is saying is, if you look back through history, look back at the great empires of history, you see Egypt, Babylon, these great empires that looked impregnable and undefeatable, but they came and went. And so the empire of John's day, that great, magnificent and awful Rome, he may be saying to his readers, don't think their time won't come. There will be a judgment day. There will be a time where their evil will come back on themselves. And you who prevail in patient endurance, you're the ones who will join God in the great heavenly empire, the one that will go on forever and ever. And that's what I think John's saying. He's saying to these guys, even though you have to suffer now, even though that might even lead to your death in martyrdom, don't give up. Patiently endure, because ultimately God's kingdom is coming and you want to be a part of it. So don't give way to the pressure of Rome. Don't sell out to the beast. Don't compromise. Hold the line. Now, I could go into lots of detail in this chapter. It's an amazing chapter. There's so much there. It's based on Isaiah. It's based on Ezekiel. It's based on Jeremiah. There's a lot of Psalm 2 thrown in. I mean, there's just so much there. But what I'm really asking myself is, what does it say to us here and now? Well, the empire that we're living in today, I would say, looks very different. It's a secular empire. It's an empire that says there is no God. It says that actually make the most of the time that you've got. Live for yourself. Don't think of a bigger story. And that secular empire looks impregnable. It looks like it's going to actually win out. Well, learn the lesson of history. Babylon came and went. Rome came and went. The church still goes. If we patiently endure, you and I, even though we are mocked, even though we feel that we're sidelined, guess who wins? We do.